joint session. Would you please rise for the pledge? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I take this flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Yes. Oh, that's all right.
I knew you were coming.
You did. Did you bake a cake? Knew I was coming, but I didn't bake a cake. I don't need to be.
Just like I said. We have Miss Myers. Miss Myers.
My turn already?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, thank you. I'm here tonight to address you, the trustees of the board, Crockett Independent School District, on two issues. As a taxpayer of this district, I'm very interested and very concerned on how tax dollars are spent. I have asked, but I've not been able to find out, does the district have a policy in place regarding travel for non-district UIL events? With regard to two of the Bulldog varsity football games, I've been told that the game with Lexington, which is approximately, according to Google, approximately 124 miles one way, had been agreed to by our former athletic director. I've also been told that travel expenses for the Trinity Christian Addison game, which is approximately 164 miles one way, pardon me, were reimbursed by Trinity Christian. I'm aware by your policy that you can't answer my questions in this format tonight, but I would like to get an answer to the policy on travel. My second concern involves school supplies. I'll take a minute if you will pass that around. And what you're going to get is a list that went out from Crockett Junior High to, well, I don't know where all it went to a local discount store, because that's what I did. And then I created a little spreadsheet to give you a better idea of how the items came out one by one. I'll give you a minute to look at both of those sheets. And if you have a question, please ask me. A friend who's of mine, a mother of an 8th grade student, showed me the list of school supplies for her daughter. And as I looked over the list, quite frankly, I was somewhat taken aback by some of the items. I took the list to a local discount store, I priced the supplies, and if there was a choice, I chose the cheaper of the two items. The total amount came to about $110. But that's not the end of the story. The mother questioned an 8th grade teacher about this long list of supplies, and she was told, don't worry about the list, wait until the second or third day of school, come back and we'll have another list of much fewer supplies, which turned out to be the case. I provide you with a copy of the first list and the spreadsheet, and it seems to me there's much duplication. Moreover, if you'll indulge me with a little humor, if all 81 students in the 8th grade brought all the supplies called for on this list, the totals would be 162 reams of copy paper, 9,720 pencils, 324 boxes of Kleenex, and so on. This is only the 8th grade. In the Houston County Courier, There were lists published for first through sixth grade. Each grade asked each student to bring 2 boxes of Kleenex. All these Kleenex came into CISD. I'd like to know where it's being stored, because that's a bunch of Kleenex. Anyway, that's a little bit of the humor of it. I really question, why are our students being asked to buy copy paper for the school district? So, in the future, perhaps a committee of grade level teachers could work together to come up with a more realistic list of school supplies, and one which would be much less financial burden on our parents. And I do thank you for the opportunity to speak to you, and appreciate the time you've given me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Madam President, this time item 3 is consider approval of consent agenda, and I recommend to you the minutes of previous meetings, bills and budget comparison, and our investment report as presented in that report.
It's been recommended the approval of the item 3.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second. Any questions?
Dr. Moore?
Yes, sir.
Is this the first month that we see the change in the energy bill on the energy? provider?
Really, it's probably 2 months.
Right.
We've had about 2 months.
And how would you compare their energy costs this year as opposed to last year?
Down.
Yeah, it's way down.
Down
It just looked at
tremendously.
it.
Which adds up to probably savings over the whole year, about $100,000, if I
Yes.
figured it right.
That's what we figured for the year.
Any other questions?
I'll entertain it. Consent agenda has been approved.
Next item on the deal is our last 5 who we're dealing with energy with. They seem to believe, and I'm in consensus now, that we need to spread our length of contract out a little further, because they can explain to you why, because they think or feel like, and they're the people that's in the business, that the price at the end of the contract may jump on us if we don't extend it out further at this time. Mr. Adair, y'all go ahead.
What about, item number 5?
Well, Mr. Jones, I've been asking where you were at. I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself. Item 5, come on up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, say, hold the horses. Mr. Jones has got our deal, and I know he had an area which he needed to discuss with y'all. And after that, I feel like it will have enough information available on insurance to move forward.
Yes, I see that you all have, each of the board members has the proposal that Crockett Insurance prepared for you, and you've looked it over. I won't go into great detail on the proposal. I do want to point out that we're very pleased that we're able to bring the pricing in this year as low as we did, even though it's a slight increase, because the rates have been increasing, and those that are not increasing the rates have been increasing deductibles tremendously, particularly in the area of windstorm, hurricane, and hail. And we were able to renew the policies with the $5,000 deductible and the $10,000 deductible on windstorm, hurricane, hail that we had in the past, which is, I thought that was a very good benefit. We basically have about $41 million coverage here at the school. The price range, as you see in the front pages there, add up. And we did a comparison of what you actually paid last year versus this year. Now, what is really important to understand is that this insurance company, or the public insurance group, this is true insurance. This is not a risk management. This is not an accessible mutual. This is true insurance, and it is fixed cost, meaning it's not audited, and we do not charge you for additional automobiles that you add during the policy period. So it's fixed cost insurance. Once you buy a policy for the rest of the year, you can buy as many new buses as you want and add them on, and we don't charge anything until next year for those buses. We don't come back in and audit the policy and say, you had more exposure than we expected. It is a fixed cost, that way you can prepare your budget.